Our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here. 704-800-4719. So what's up with the feds?
The feds have lowered the rate at more than we thought they would. So that means it's a time to refinance your home. Get out of your high mortgage rate that you received over the past few years when you bought a house. We'll do a rate and term. It's very simple, very inexpensive, and you won't even have to have a house payment until 2025.
It's crazy. So call them today, 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com for the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
I'm TJ, and I'm the cool one. That's my buddy Riggins over there. He's a kind of a freak. And then Tech D Rob is here. Lindsay is not here today. She only works 3 days a week. And it's either because that's all we can afford or that's all she has time for. Could be a little of both. So what's trending? Riggins.
The freak checking in. Interesting characterization of me.
I'm just trying to say something.
Bob Costas is trending this morning. People are not happy with his calls during the October baseball. So the Yankees played the Kansas City Royals. And not knowing anything about baseball, I can't tell you why this is so funny, but the line everybody keeps quoting is line drive hit to center field. And people are like, this is the worst call ever. And Bob Costas is horrible.
I think because it was just a little blooper to second base.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It didn't seem like a line drive.
But look, again, I hate to always say that I'm ahead of the trends, but I have been despising Bob Costas for years and years.
Is that right?
Pompous, throwing out like these, just like trying to make himself sound overly intelligent by throwing out all these historical things that nobody cares about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look what I know, these little facts about. I'm a baseball encyclopedia.
So he doesn't normally do baseball. Is that why people are shocked?
He does
He does.
like the big like playoffs and things like that. Yeah.
Well, people hate him.
Is he the one who had pink eye during the Olympics?
Yes. Whenever I think of Bob Costas, I think of that shot of him with that really bad pink eye. So gross. But Florida, top trending topic, 24 hours of Hurricane Milton making landfall yesterday as a Category 3 hurricane. I believe it's now a Category 1 as it makes its way. It's almost off Cape Canaveral.
Yeah, it's bad. Bad business.
It is bad.
Mm-hmm. And then when it weakened, it spread out. It grew.
Yeah.
So cover more area, even though you look at it like, oh, it downgraded. But it downgraded and then widened.
Yeah. They said millions without power.
3 million was the last I saw.
Yeah. They said there are confirmed deaths, but it's going to take a while to find out more information about that stuff. But you've seen the pictures and the videos, homes flooded. And what we have seen a lot on social media are these people that are becoming personalities because they refuse to leave and they're documenting their, stay at their homes and stuff like that. And they're catching a lot of flack. Like, this isn't helping.
The guy in the boat that you were talking about yesterday, they did convince him to go to a shelter somewhere. Yeah. They got him off of that boat when he said, I'm not getting off the boat because this is the safest place to be.
Yeah, he's a character. They need to follow up with that guy. I mean,
but they've called him Lieutenant Dan, is what they're calling him from Forrest Gump.
I mean, he's a full of personality and interesting character. So obviously, keep the people of Florida in your prayers. Jennifer Lopez is talking about her divorce. I think it's in Variety. She said, I needed this.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the other side of it. They are already divorced. That divorce was settled last month, I think, from Ben Affleck. She said, I needed this, and now I can do what I want because I'm free.
Yeah, I think she probably has a special, frequent flyer mile things for divorce. For big breakups. She could just hit a button and she had a fast pass because she's such an old hat at it.
Terrible thing to say.
Well, it's true, though.
Oh.
She's something. She is something.
Doubt about it. We're going to get extra spooky with some spooky sounds coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
If you want to lose weight the safe, effective way, then you need Calotren. Calotren is not a drug, but it's scientifically proven to help you lose weight. Order it today at toploss.com. Toploss.com. It's Calotren.
The charity Peyton's Promise would not be possible without great sponsors. Great sponsors like Jewelers on Main, located in downtown Mooresville. Go to tjriggins.com/jewel to find out more about Jewelers on Main. Again, that's tjriggins.com/jewel.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Coming up in just a few minutes, People Magazine has named their sexiest quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm going to show where they were wrong and give you the ones that I think are the sexiest.
Interesting.
It's coming up in just a few minutes.
So, TJ, all the Halloween decoration done in your house?
Yeah, of course.
That's done.
Yeah, I did it. Lickety split. Boom.
It's kind of a one-day decorating, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to take multiple days for Halloween.
No, we're Christian people.
Yeah. So get it done in one day. This week is when everybody starts decorating. This is the most popular week for decorating for Halloween. It's also the most popular week to buy candy for Halloween. They said the spending is approaching $11.6 billion this year, setting a new record for Halloween decorations and festivities.
But that's half the decorations of, 4 years ago because of the inflation.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
It's like one pumpkin and like a witch hat.
Sure.
But some people are into it. They call it Adultoween. It's a holiday for adults now. But I want to test the members of this show on their Halloween knowledge. I'm going to play for you some classic Halloween movie theme songs and see if you're able to identify the movie.
Okay. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
That is Ghostbusters. That is correct. Easy one. Try this one.
Addams Family.
Addams Family. That is correct. Try this one.
Is that Freddy? Or Nightmare on Elm Street?
I don't know that.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I didn't recognize that one. Okay, let's try this one.
Is it the X-Files?
This is the X-Files.
Well, that's considered a Halloween movie?
They did them well.
Just more spooky songs.
Oh, okay.
It's not split hairs here.
Halloween.
Oh, yeah. I love that one.
The classic.
They had a dance mix of this song that was so cool.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was this this was out in the
80s.
Oh, I would have said the 70s.
I think it may have released like late 70s, but it was like close to the 80s, if not.
Did you go see something like Halloween as a kid?
No. I thought that was stupid.
Did you really already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this one, really tough one here. See if you can identify this.
No.
Halloween movie.
I don't know.
This is Scream. Okay.
Yeah. Scream.
It is a Scream. Yeah. So
Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Rob, are you gonna do costume or anything this year?
No.
No. You just enjoy the Halloween candy.
Oh, I am doing a murder mystery party.
Were you just gonna keep that to
it's
yourself?
not on Halloween. It's on the 19th, so it's different.
Like a Clue?
I don't know exactly how it's going to work yet. One of my friends is hosting it.
Oh, is it like those women get together and play those crime doc board games and things like that? Or
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I think it may be something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We did it a couple of years ago, and one of us was the killer, and we just didn't know, and we had to try and figure it out. We got clues and stuff along the way.
They do that at our we're partners with Blackfin Ameripub. They do that. They'll have those games, murder mystery games and
Don't
stuff.
tell my parents. They will show up.
Yeah,
with bells
so
on.
that's close to where they live.
They love stuff like that. I think they do one in their neighborhood. They get clues, and I mean, it's like on a Wednesday night. They got all the time in the world.
Sure.
That's amazing. Okay, well, you did know the songs. Congratulations. The members of the TJ and Riggins Show know their Halloween.
Radio show, podcast. Get the TJ and Riggins app in your app store or at tjriggins.com/app.
Our buddy Richard Toccato is here. Yes, Richard Toccato at 704-800-4719. Now, Richard, you're a vet, so you're always going to take care of the vets. Am I right?
Absolutely. And as veteran, I understand the unique needs of those who served. And right now, if they have bought a house in the past few years, they need a rate reduction VA loan. It's simple, it's cheap, and we have the absolute best rates. I take care of my veterans. Call me at 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Okay, so we have the sexiest quarterbacks in the NFL list coming up, and it's a People magazine thing or a People, whatever, if they even print magazines anymore. I don't know. They probably do because they're old. But they're wrong in the list that they've chosen in the rankings of the quarterbacks, and I will correct People Magazine, because if anybody knows about sexy men, it is I. I can tell you a sexy man when I see one. But Riggins, I don't know if you've ever noticed this. Maybe we've even talked about it before. I'm not sure. I take a lot of diet pills. But you notice when, like a minute ago, you brought in the Name the Spooky Song thing. Anytime there's a little quizzy contest or something like that, Tech D Rob just, attacks it. It's like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Halloween, Freddy. Yeah. I mean, there's no casual, just play around kind of thing. And you know, when he was growing up in class and all the other students were like, oh my God, okay, you won. What'd you get? A blow pop out of the teacher's bag? Out of the box in the front? Okay.
Second grade spelling bee champion. Thank you.
But I mean, he just locks in like, the hell you are going to beat me at this.
He has said he likes people to know that he knows.
Yeah.
You know, he gets enjoyment knowing that you know that he knows.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, like the type in class that the teacher would say, okay, Rob, let someone else answer.
Yeah, that is.
And then he gets mad like, but I know it. Because, we established yesterday he was a spoiled kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was never anything that he had to do that he didn't want to do and all that. So if he wanted to answer the question and win the little woolly bully and prize.
Yeah. Just get out of his way.
And that's that's why you do all of those Star Wars card tournaments and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and it really beats me down when I don't win them.
Yeah.
Like I get real mad and real upset.
Yeah, he's like a trivia guy and all that stuff.
I do love trivia, yeah.
But imagine, though, if he would have been interested in sports.
Oh, he'd have been incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take that competitive attitude onto the field where it really matters in life, outside of a Star Wars board game or Dungeons and Dragons and whatever. I mean, you could have been a multi-millionaire playing football.
I did try to play football, but the day one I threw up and I was done.
Right. See, it made him uncomfortable. He got out of his comfort zone. His parents said, okay, no more. You don't have to do that again.
Mm-hmm. It was real hot.
That's probably what started him not liking going outside.
Yeah. And that's kind of the thing that makes great football players great is overcoming adversity.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. He doesn't overcome adversity. As a matter of
Not
fact,
at all.
Just
he
leave it alone.
completely runs from adversity.
Absolutely. I get it.
It's like, oh God, it's hot in the state of Florida. I'm not going to Disney. I'm never going.
It's the most magical place in the world.
Oh, the beach. No, thank you. But, we've all got our things. We've all got our
100%.
things. And I think, we love him for what he is and who he is.
Absolutely.
Just like we would love something cute in an exhibit at the zoo.
Yeah.
Oh, look, these pandas don't do anything but sit and eat bamboo or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's cute. Rob's the same way. Competitive over Star Wars card games. Love him.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
The Week in Review is possible thanks to Liqueur. Liqueur is the hangover solution. It's a gummy containing DHM, a natural extract that can help you defeat the effects of having one too many cocktails. Get 20% off your order at Liqueur at acetj.com/hangover.
Hey, Fanaticos, make sure you go to acetj.com/gift and order one of these cool Wally Jr. MagSafe phone wallets like I have. Save 20% with the promo code ACETJ at acetj.com/gift.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Hey, you need some money and you got equity in your home, call our friend Richard Toccato or just go to homewithrichard.com. If you're in North or South Carolina, he's the mortgage expert. He can help you. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato companies. All right, so People Magazine puts out their sexiest man alive issues and all of that stuff. They've done it for years. So they have named the 12 sexiest quarterbacks in the NFL. So These are their rank. They ranked them too. So number one, sexiest quarterback in the NFL is LSU legend Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals. That's what People Magazine says. Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears. Russell Wilson, Pittsburgh Steelers. Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Justin Herbert, LA Chargers. Patrick Mahomes. Brock Purdy is number 7 at the 49ers. Number 8, Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. Number 9, Jalen Hurts from the Eagles. Derek Carr from the Saints. Jordan Love is number 11 from the Packers. And number 12 is Joe Flacco of the Indianapolis Colts. Okay. So I have come up with my own list of the rankings here on these. I'll keep the names, but I'm going to rank the top 5 because their top 5 is wrong.
Okay.
As much as I love Joe Burrow and what he has done for LSU, I don't put him at number 1. I put Joe Burrow at number 2. Number 1 should be Jalen Hurts. He's the sexiest quarterback.
He's a good-looking man.
Jalen Hurts, Alabama, Oklahoma, and now the Eagles. Then Joe Burrow. Then Josh Allen of the Bills. That's a good-looking fella.
Okay.
People don't give him credit for being so good-looking because he's not out doing runway crap and all like Joe Burrow is in Paris or wherever that all happened. Then would be Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's Sierra's husband.
He good-looking and sexy. And Justin Herbert would be number 5 of the San Diego Chargers. And yes, I said San Diego Chargers.
Yeah,
He's
right.
pretty too.
Is this
Yeah, he's not bad looking.
Is this only starting quarterbacks?
Well, I would assume.
Because
Here's about the
because
backups.
like Jimmy Garoppolo should be on this.
Yeah, they got to be seen on TV at least, twice a season.
They might show
Not including backups.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're not grabbing the kid off the practice squad, Rob. But thanks.
I'm sorry, Jimmy Garoppolo's a good-looking man.
Well, of course he is, but he's no longer a quarterback.
Yeah, okay. Aaron Rodgers doesn't make the cut?
No, they don't like Aaron Rodgers at People Magazine type places.
He is
because he was, the vaxing and stuff. He didn't want to vax, so they hold that against you forever if they're in the People Magazine crowd. I would assume there's no coming back from that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, young women I know love Joe Burrow. They talk about it
Yeah.
on TikTok all the time. Mm-hmm. He's so good.
And it's I think part of it is because he's so serious most of the time. He's mysterious, kind of. He's not clowning around, joking around and stuff. He's just like always got that serious look on his face.
Brooding.
Yeah, that's what they call him. Joe Cool, Joe Shiesty. Those types of names. So if we could get my top 5 over to People Magazine and show them where they're wrong,
Yeah.
that would be great. For them, not for me. I don't care. I've already put out the list on our show, so it's only helped People Magazine.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and his number is 704-800-4719. That's very important to you. What do people need, Richard, if they want a mortgage?
Well, if they want to thinking about buying a house or refinancing a house and they want to know what the payment would be and they want a very detailed calculator to figure everything out, it's on my website.
Your mortgage calculator. Never heard of that until right now, but you've got it.
I've got the best one out there. It's the best one ever, I promise.
It's at homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
The roof is off Tropicana Field in Florida after Hurricane Milton. The baseball field was set up as a shelter for first responders, but overnight the wind is just ripping the roof off. So this video is all over the place today.
That's what happened to the Superdome during Katrina, but they had all those people housed in there, and the roof starts coming off and raining in on them, and it just became disgusting, and sewage backing up. I mean, it was awful.
Yeah, they said nobody was injured, but Hurricane Milton ripped through Florida overnight. Devastating storm, Category 3, I believe, as it made its way across the peninsula. It now sits at a Category 2 hurricane off the coast of Cape Canaveral, I think. So, pray for the people of Florida. A lot of people lost everything.
Yeah. And a lot of people already accounted for as dead. Mm-hmm. So awful.
Keep Florida and its residents in your prayers. Some lighter news. Domino's is reintroducing their emergency pizza. So if you order a pizza on the app, they'll give you a pizza for a later time for free, and they call it their emergency pizza program.
Yeah. So
you can take advantage of that now through January 19th, but you got to do it on the app.
Mm-hmm. And at 12:01 p.m. Central, and then you've got to unlock a safe and figure out the code and
make a password with one letter, one number, and one special character.
Yeah. You're old-fashioned whenever every type of chain deal you get is something that you don't have. Like, I don't have the app. I'm not going to get the app to get a free pizza.
No. But who will be able to take advantage of that?
Oh, yeah, Rob will be.
I'm already on Domino's website over here.
He's going to get his emergency, take advantage of the emergency pizza program.
Meanwhile, I sound like I ought to be on Domino's, like the games website, playing Domino's.
Did you ever play Domino's?
I'm not good enough at math.
I want to be able to play Domino's, but like play Domino's with like the old guys that are out sitting on somebody's stoop and like, where it's serious stakes.
Yeah.
I want to be that good. I don't even know how to play. Never played Domino's. No,
I can tell you how to play. I'm not quick enough with adding the numbers together when you make a move.
Yeah.
You got to do some addition? No, thank you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not then.
But it's easy though. It's easy for most people. It's not easy for me.
And then Jennifer Lopez trending this morning. She did an interview with Variety, and she talks about how she's happy to be on the other side of this divorce. So, good for her. She said she's free now. Maybe take a little bit of time for herself.
Sure.
She's got the world in the palm of her hand. She doesn't need Ben Affleck dragging her down.
Exactly.
That can't be a fun time.
She can just, go live her crazy life in her head with squirrels all in it. She can talk to those squirrels in her head about anything she wants, whenever she wants.
You think it's her?
Obviously, yeah.
Why? Why do you say obviously? I know you keep saying that, but I don't know why.
Just her track record.
Her track record?
Yeah, look at all the men she's had, and they just, they fall by the wayside. And also, we had a little personal thing with her that, trying to interview her, and then her people saying, well, we were ready for her to call, and they said, we can't find her. She's disappeared. And we can redo it tomorrow. And then when we talked to her the next day, she was like, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know. So some kind of stuff was going on.
I got to talk to her that next day. You guys were not.
You
said you can interview her. I was like, great. She was nice to me. She was nice to me.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's TJ, and we were hanging out the other night at our new favorite place, Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne, and I figured out that's where I'm going to be watching the ball games this year. That's right. They have about 40 TVs showing all of the games on Saturdays, the college games, and their official Ohio State Buckeyes bar. You don't want to miss that if you're a Buckeyes fan as well as a Packers fan or a Panthers fan. They got it all. Not to mention some of the best food that I have had in a long, long time. You're looking for a great time? Go to Blackfin Ameripub in Ballantyne. Check it out at acetj.com/Blackfin. Hey, it's TJ, and you need to start exercising. Exercising your Second Amendment rights. That's what you need to do. Go to Guns on Main in Mooresville. We love these people. Family owned and operated. We've known them for a long time. Large selection of firearms and ammo and a big knife collection. You're going to love it. It's part of Jewelers on Main. Same door, different floor in downtown Mooresville.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
There is a new way for young ladies to be able to determine whether a guy is worth her time or not. Whether you can expect him to be a good man as a husband. Tell you what that is coming up next. I'm not next, but in a few minutes. Next is Riggins talking about some BS.
That's the way it feels. Maybe I'll pique your interest with this then.
Okay.
I'll try.
I was joking.
a letter to the show. It says, "Good morning, TJ and Riggins. I thought this might be a topic for your show because I know a lot of young adults listen in the morning. I work on a campus at the college, and so many people suffer from anxiety, social anxiety, depression, and loneliness compared to just 20 years ago. Not to mention the amount of medications people are on and still suffer. Why? When I was in high school and college, I didn't know one single person with any of these problems. I would love to hear what has changed so much to have caused so many to have these issues today. Just some food for thought. Thank you." And they didn't leave that. Well, they did leave their name. I'm not going to tell you that. What? And I don't have the answer to this.
There are so many answers for this, or so many things that cause the spike in young people with anxiety. One is that they've been told their entire lives every day that the world is crashing in around them, that the planet's going to be on fire, that everybody's out to get them, and there's nothing but hate in the world, and racism and misogyny, and I mean every negative thing you can think of about a society, they've been hammered over the head with it since they were born.
Yeah.
Another thing is that the mental health industry has become money hungry, and there are a lot of bad therapists who are looking to get, because if you got anxiety, what do you need? Therapy. Mm-hmm. So once they tell somebody that they've got anxiety, they got them coming back like clockwork. You got to come and you got to get your refill.
Yeah.
So that's another reason, and the lack of social engagement in person. That's a big thing. Even though you're engaging with people online, you can see them, you can talk to them. If you got friends that you're talking to face on the computer, is not the same as going and hanging out at a place with some friends and talking, meeting other people, having that type of sense of community. Yeah. So all of that piled up is what causes young people to be anxious now.
So how do they get over it? Is it with more medication? Just more? What can they do? What is there? Do you have like a nugget of wisdom that they can maybe help them?
One, if they're in college, stop believing their professors. Because they're probably Marxists and doom and gloom nonstop. And get out in the world, get away, put the social media and the computer interaction away, and start getting into situations where you're around people.
Yeah.
In person.
Literally touch some grass. Ooh. Get outside, feel the sun on your face.
Some grass. Yeah.
Touch some grass. It's a joke, but I mean, it's serious. Like, go actually
get out there,
find out what it feels like. And you know what? You can learn from our friend Jeffrey Searles from Jeffrey Searles Design out there in Dunn, North Carolina. Every video, he wraps it up with the same thing. Find your joy. And it's so true. Go find the thing that brings you joy. Mm-hmm. And breathe it in. Masticate. Love it. So, well, thank you for the letter.
Find your joy.
Radio show, podcast. Get the TJ and Riggins app in your app store or at tjriggins.com/app.
Our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here. 704-800-4719. So what's up with the feds?
The feds have lowered the rate at more than we thought they would. So that means it's a time to refinance your home. Get out of your high mortgage rate that you received over the past few years when you bought a house. We'll do a rate and term. It's very simple, very inexpensive, and you won't even have to have a house payment until 2025.
It's crazy. So call them today, 704-800-4719 or homewithrichard.com for the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
I'm TJ, and I have started doing something that I know is annoying, and I know people think is ridiculous, which is odd for me because it's unheard of for me because I don't do things that are ridiculous.
Okay. Yeah.
But this is ridiculous to most people, but this is how strongly I feel about it. I am going to take it upon myself as leading a movement, or as former President Obama would say, a movement. I want to leave a movement. And that movement that I'm leading is to get these young people on social media to stop posting things where someone is talking over somebody else singing. Now, people talk about being confident about something. Like the best way to be confident is to actually know what you're talking about, have the information, and know the information. Well, I am as confident about that as anything I've ever been in my life. You are not supposed to talk over people singing. You're just not supposed to do it. And I'm a professional. I am one of the most well-respected radio personalities in the history of the industry. So I know what I'm talking about. So this is my mission. Now,
This is your platform.
yeah. And I've already started. I made a couple of moves in this direction. There was a video the other day that popped up, kind of a spam thing about this game called bucket golf or something, where you set up these buckets around your yard and you play golf into them. And you could barely hear the person talking about the product because there was a song playing underneath that was so loud.
Really?
That somebody singing. You heard it, Rob.
Yeah, he played it for me yesterday. It was rough. I couldn't tell what was going on.
And
I
I
didn't
le-
know the song either. That's how crazy it was.
I left them a message, a comment that you're not supposed to do that. And I said, roll your eyes if you want, but I'm an expert and I'm just trying to help you. So they responded.
Did they
to
really?
me. Yes.
Bucket golf? The bucket golf?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bucket Golf?
And you know what people said?
What?
Bucket Golf Game said, at TJ_Richie. Do you see how many views the original video got? Check out page. And then I said, that's great. Seriously, I'm happy for you and your product looks really fun. That doesn't change the fact that voiceovers should never be done over vocals.
Oh,
Double down.
really?
And then there was another one that I saw where they're playing this powerful clip of a Nick Saban speech over Linger by the Cranberries. And that girl is just wailing and Nick Saban's voice is trying to be played over hers. I said, think about how much more powerful this video would be if Nick Saban wasn't having to compete with the lead singer of the Cranberries.
Oh, bro.
So I decided at that moment, I don't care what people think.
Yeah.
Whether I'm, Mr. Old, don't know what's cool and what's not. This needs to stop. It needs to stop. And there is nothing, I don't think one single thing that I know more than this topic. That's why it is up to me to lead the movement.
It's got to be you.
Get people to stop doing it. So if you hear that on social media where they're talking over someone singing, you send them a comment right then and tell them to stop it. And we'll have an end to this by year's end. That's what's going to happen.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com. Every shark on Shark Tank called these pancakes the best pancakes I've ever eaten. Long table pancakes are made with heirloom grains, which provide more protein, more fiber, and more flavor. Learn more at tjriggins.com/pancake.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
From the Calotren studios, if you want to lose weight the safe, effective way and not giving yourself shots with, unknown side effects down the road and all that expense, then go to tjriggins.com/weight loss for Calotren. Or as my father-in-law would say, slash Calotren. All right, here's how you can tell if you're a young single lady and you want to end up being married to a good man someday that you can count on and depend on to be a man. I'm not saying this. This is what other people are saying.
Okay.
This is not my saying it. But there's a new invention that is taking nostalgia to the next level, and it is a Nintendo interactive alarm clock.
A Nintendo interactive,
and it's
alarm.
very cartoon looking, like the Mario Brothers, because Super Mario, Odyssey, you can pick the alarm sounds from that. Zelda, Splatoon 3, and then something else I don't know. And it looks just like it comes out of Super Mario Brothers stuff, all cartoony and everything.
Okay.
So if you are dating a guy and he's all about his Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo, is what it's called, and he paid $99.99 for it, then you may look at it, people are saying you may look at it like, he's too immature to be in a regular relationship and all that. I don't necessarily think that. But it depends on how old he is. If he's under 25, then I would probably give him a pass on this.
25.
If he's over 25 and he's all excited about his cartoon Mario Brothers alarm clock,
Yeah.
you may think that he's not quite husband material yet.
Yeah. And it's $99.
Which is insane.
That could have been a nice dinner out for the two of you, I get that.
Well, I don't think girlfriends need to be telling boyfriends how to spend their money.
Oh. Well, then, okay.
But I'm just saying that he values that so much that he would spend $100 on it instead of $100 on something else that would, in my opinion, be better for him. Like a jacket.
Oh.
A nice jacket or, something like that.
Yeah. I find it irritating that's called an interactive alarm clock. Aren't
all of them? Because you got to hit them, turn them off.
That's the whole point of it. But, this is really childish. But
would you want it, Rob?
No.
No?
Who wants to be awoken like that? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I don't know.
Like a Super Mario brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't, but it's got Zelda stuff on it, too. You boys love Zelda.
We do love Zelda.
Right before your alarm goes off, you can see like Mario just chilling.
Oh, really?
Waiting for the alarm to go off.
But then you wouldn't need it to go off if you can see him chilling.
That's true.
It should go. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Loser. 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 Grow up.
Available 24/7 on the free TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Our buddy Richard Toccato is here. Yes, Richard Toccato at 704-800-4719. Now, Richard, you're a vet, so you're always going to take care of the vets. Am I right?
Absolutely. And as veteran, I understand the unique needs of those who served. And right now, if they have bought a house in the past few years, they need a rate reduction VA loan. It's simple, it's cheap, and we have the absolute best rates. I take care of my veterans. Call me at 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Interesting Diddy story. His team says that the Department of Homeland Security are the ones that released that Cassie video of him in the hotel beating her up.
Yeah.
And I 100% believe that. They that video is from 2016 of him in that hotel lobby or in the hallway, kicking her and throwing stuff at her. A real vomit of a person, if it's him, which it sounds like it is. He says they put it out there because they knew that the government was about to press charges on him, and they wanted to get this video out before those charges, were put in place, or before he was arrested, rather. So I totally believe that, but good for them. Put it out there if it's true.
What department are they accusing?
Department of Homeland Security.
What would they have to do?
I don't know. To turn the tide, to make it more believable that, or maybe to turn public perception of him before they had to go and arrest him.
Yeah, but it seems like that would just be like the regular U.S. Attorney's Office, or the DOJ.
They pointed out, they said it's definitely not the Attorney's Office because they talked back with Diddy's team and said, we're sorry this happened, but, who knows. But I do believe that. Today's National Handbag Day, not National Purse Day. I feel like a handbag means it's expensive. When somebody said this is a bag, it's not your mom's purse.
Right. I still call them all a purse, though.
I think I would too. That's a purse, but maybe there's a difference. I feel like a handbag sounds expensive.
Yeah, and are there any such bags that aren't handbags that you don't handle with your hands? Is there any bag that's not a handbag?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are the handbags the ones that don't go over your shoulder? The ones you have to hold?
That's a good question. I'm not sure what
those are called a clutch purse. Yeah. Clutch purse that you hold, Rob.
Sorry.
Jeez. You Caveman.
Usually a clutch is used for a more dressy occasion. And then you also have a wristlet is a small purse, a wristlet.
I've got a few of those myself.
Mm-hmm.
And TJ, don't laugh. There was a vegan protest in a grocery store in Germany, and they walked up to the meat case and they placed roses on top.
Oh, I'm not supposed to laugh.
I just said don't
Okay,
laugh.
sorry.
They placed roses on top of the steaks and the ground beef and the chicken legs. Roses. So
Yeah.
don't laugh. I'm just
You rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, they're laying them to rest. So, video that's going viral.
I'm looking at the video, and it looks like those people would be the ones that would do this.
Yeah, why are protesters like that, like those types of protesters, why are they always so filthy looking? I mean, they are. They're just absolutely filthy.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Jody is wearing her new painless stiletto heels from Protégé Footwear. They were created by Candace, a fashion engineer and an MIT trained engineer, so that's why they're beautiful and painless, the best of both worlds. Save 30% right now by using the code ACETJ at acetj.com/shoes. That's acetj.com/shoes with the code ACETJ for 30% off.
When you call Brad & Brothers, you're not only getting industry-leading equipment for heating and cooling, you're also gaining peace of mind. With over 1,000 reviews and over 50 years in the business, that confirms the superior service they provide. For HVAC and electrical, they will give you the ultimate customer experience. BradandBrothers.com.
Available whenever you want it on the TJ and Riggins app. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So we talked about this earlier. If you heard the TJ and Jody's House podcast from this week, one of Jody's complaints about TJ that kind of came out of the blue was that when he uses the sink, he leaves the faucet on the spray setting and then turns the water off. And when she goes to use the sink, she turns the water on and it's still on the spray setting and she gets wet.
Well, but it's spraying down in the sink. It's not the hand one that's
Yeah.
facing her.
Yeah. It's going
like that.
down.
It's in the sink.
And I believe you when you said she's not getting wet. She says she got wet when that thing comes out. I believe you that she's probably being a little dramatic. However, I do think that is annoying because I don't know. I would just I prefer the straight stream setting.
Yeah.
So if it was always on like that, I could see where that might irritate you a little bit.
But maybe she got wet because she had already put a flat surface, like a plate or the bottom side of or a pan or something, and then she turned the water on and it hit that and flew back up out her butt.
Ricocheted.
But who does that anyway? Who puts the item under the faucet before you turn on the water? Like if I'm rinsing plates and stuff, I'm going to turn the water on and let it get hot first, and then the spray puts more pressure on it to get the food off of it.
Yeah. So are you going to passive aggressively keep doing that, or are you going to try to change the behavior?
No, I've already started trying to do it.
Okay, that's the mature thing to do. Whatever it is, you try to make their life easier.
Every time I do it, I go, stupid.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. As long as you do it under your breath, I don't have any problem with that. What's the little annoying thing about your significant other? What's the little annoying thing they do? She'll say that he leaves the lights on and things like that in the pantry. That's what Jody would say about that. Jay. At the TJ Riggins show, like Angel said, he gets up from the table after dinner and he doesn't push his chair in. Like after years of that would drive you crazy. Rob's looking at me like I got two heads because he's like, push the chair in.
No,
what do you do? What do you even mean?
I never not push my chair in.
Oh, really? Good for you.
Because I don't want to trip over it later.
That's good for you. Sherry said when he's on the phone showing no interest in what I'm watching, then he starts asking 100 questions about my show. Who's that? What are they doing? Good one. I mean, small, it's irritating. Monica said when it's cold outside and I turn the heat on, he literally comes right behind me and turns the temp way down. It's like he gets an instant notification on his phone that the temperature has been adjusted.
Yeah, well, I have one of those.
Okay.
I'll be in a different part of the house that's on a different thermostat, and she'll come upstairs and say, it is freezing in here. Hit the thermostat to the temperature she thinks it ought to be, and then goes back downstairs.
What?
And she's not even up there with it.
That's psychotic.
Yeah.
Let me
so
change
then
the
I just get right back up and turn it back to where it was.
Those are great.
Radio show, podcast. Get the TJ and Riggins app in your app store or at tjriggins.com/app.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and his number is 704-800-4719. That's very important to you. What do people need, Richard, if they want a mortgage?
Well, if they want to thinking about buying a house or refinancing a house, and they want to know what the payment would be, and they want a very detailed calculator to figure everything out, it's on my website.
Your mortgage calculator. Never heard of that until right now, but you've got it.
I've got the best one out there. It's the best one ever, I promise.
It's at homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Point and stare at TJ and Riggins anytime you want on YouTube. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
A little bit of controversy on the Dancing with the Stars show.
Really?
Yes. For some reason, they had Gene Simmons as a guest judge on Dancing with the Stars. Gene Simmons of Kiss.
Kiss.
The band Kiss, yeah. What? And the problem is that now people are saying that he was inappropriate. They're complaining because evidently he told 24-year-old actress Chandler Kinney, who's one of the contestants, that she, quote, fogged up my glasses and moved me. Oh. Not just with your gyrations, but with your beautiful face, end quote.
God. Yeah, he's a creepy old man with a bouffant. I mean, of course he's a creep. He's got the stupidest hair.
And so people are saying that the producers should have told him to knock it off. And another compared Gene Simmons to a, quote, gross uncle who corners you at the reunion.
Yeah.
End quote.
That makes sense.
And then somebody else, a fan of the show, said, quote, Gene Simmons is seriously sucking all the energy out of the ballroom with his creepy comments about the female dancers. End quote. Now, I've watched Dancing with the Stars many times, and I have seen the judges, be they male or female, say things like that about the dancers.
Really?
Yeah, how sexy they are, and you came out of that shirt, and I was like that. Bruno will say stuff like that. I mean, it's just I guess a double standard because, I'm not saying Gene Simmons should have been saying all that to these women. It's creepy. But I'm just wondering where the outrage has been before when the other judges would say it about men. Just like last night, as I was going to bed, that Golden Bachelorette was coming on. And, my wife's all into that.
She likes that.
And the first scene showed the Golden Bachelorette contestants coming out, and they were giving them this challenge that they're going to be doing. And here comes several members of the Chippendales male stripper group.
What?
And the men were going to have to do a striptease dance as an activity or as a contest thing. Now, would that ever happen on the Golden Bachelor, where the old guy's trying to find his next wife or whatever, and the older women are there? Are they going to make the older women do a strip dance?
No.
And they actually said striptease dance.
Oh man, that would be heartbreaking if you're the kid of one of those guys. Like, Dad, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are in their 60s or up, and they're.
And the whole point is to laugh at these old guys, taking their shirts off. And
objectify them. Make fools of them.
Yeah. They are going to make fools of them. Yeah.
I mean, just bringing the Chippendales out there dancing in their little costumes with no shirt and the tight, pants and the whole thing.
Wow. What was her reaction to it? The Golden Bachelorette, was
she was
excited?
laughing.
She was like, ah!
Just laughing.
Wow.
Today, every company is a technology company, but becoming a fully enabled digital workplace isn't easy. Let CompuCom guide you. They help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's CompuCom at CompuCom.com. That's CompuCom.com.
All guests of the TJ and Riggins Show stay at the Hyatt-centric South Park, Charlotte. Beautiful rooms paired with incredible dining options, all nestled perfectly in the beautiful South Park neighborhood of Charlotte. Book your stay online at tjriggins.com/Hyatt.
This is the TJ and Riggins podcast and radio show.
Yep. Sorry, I got to get the microphones turned up.
Up and on.
Yeah. My microphone and Riggins' microphone are on the same volume level. Rob's is way below.
I believe that.
I can be loud.
You mean, yeah, you are loud sometimes, not that you've got permission to be loud, because you don't have permission, yet you do it.
My mama said I could be loud.
Oh, your loudness. I have seen something in our culture now, Riggins, that just absolutely infuriates me and makes me sick.
Uh-oh.
It's when these unruly young people get out in the middle of a public intersection and start racing and spinning their cars around, and people get run over. It's just one of the most dangerous things that happens in today's society. And I did find out this morning they're called meetups. I didn't realize that. They're called meetups. And the reason I know is because I was looking at regular news, and some guy in Philadelphia, an 18-year-old, got arrested being at one of these meetups, and he was wearing a banana costume. So that made the news because he was ridiculous. He was wearing a banana costume. But you see them on the news where they're just like cutting donuts and these fast nitro burning type cars are out there doing all that. It's reckless and careless and stupid. And I think the police ought to, when they get there, like in this case, the police got there and they started attacking the police cars and all. And that's why this guy got arrested. I think that's when they need to just start hitting them with rubber bullets. Just bing, 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 bing. That's why they have those rubber bullets. So they're non-fatal, but they neutralize the situation. Or shoot them with those paintballs that knock them out. You know, those tear gas paintballs.
Yeah.
Like old Dog Bounty Hunter had.
Yeah, he used to use one of those. But Banana Guy, that's probably why he wore the costume. He was like, good luck.
Yeah, but then he posted a video of himself from the news on his Facebook page in the banana costume. Like, look at this. And so when they got him at his house, they were leading him out. They couldn't play the sound on the TV news because he was cussing at the media the whole time he was running out of his house. What? Yeah.
Bit of a wild child, 18 years old, 19 years old.
But a meetup, that's what that's called.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know they have a problem with them in the big city that's near us. Mm-hmm. It's residents that live in the city are very upset about those, but what can you do?
Like I said, you put them down with gas paintballs. Oh my goodness, what a treat. I mean, what a treat we have today. Our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here. Call Richard right now, 704-800-4719, because Richard, a lot of people refer you to their customers. Like, what is it? Real estate people refer you to their customers?
Absolutely. Yeah, realtors love to refer customers to us because they know they're going to get the best deal. We got a referral the other day, and the client literally said, that rate is amazing. You know, I can't say I guarantee that I have the lowest rate, but I'm really close. And you better call me to find out. 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com, where realtors love to refer their business.
I mean, I refer people to you all the time, and I would
you don't even have a license.
I would probably do it even if you didn't pay me to.
There you go. I would hope.
All right, so call Richard today or just go to homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.